Raining cats and dogs every single day, but the other parts, there's no rain, but the floods are all over the place. Away from that, the ongoing impeachment motion before the Senate may have revealed the split in the Kenya Kwanza government between the legislative and the executive arms of the government. Now, today morning, senators, especially those from the Kenya Kwanza side, were up in arms over a tweet by Cabinet Secretary for Public Service Moses Kuria on his X account over the ongoing impeachment of Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza, in what he claimed the motion against the governor did not hold enough evidence to warrant an impeachment. Remember, the process is still underway. Now, the senators have turned on Kuria, accusing him of running rogue or running amok. And as KTN's political affairs reporter Daniel Kariuki now explains, the senators have threatened to start an impeachment process against who? Moses Kuria, if he won't be fired, calling him an embarrassment to the president.
You will agree with me that
the ongoing impeachment motion of Meru Governor at the Senate may have been ongoing well, with the senators relaxed and ready to make their verdict until Public Service Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria put out a tweet on his X account. The tweet by Kuria reading, and I quote, "I have studied carefully the issues presented against Governor Kawira. The most serious offense is that she does what Kikuyus call kuangalia watu manyira. That offense can take you to hell, but not to jail. Certainly not a ground for impeachment." End of quote. In a subsequent post, Kuria accused 13 senators of being misled through evidence presented in the motion. The post opened a can of worms Wednesday morning at the Senate, senators up in arms accusing Kuria of running rogue by making several claims against the House and its members.
That tweet was in bad taste. It paints senators as cheap people who have no cognitive abilities to make interpretation of the matters that are before us and make a sober decision that is in the interest of the Constitution and the people of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, this is the 14th impeachment hearing that the Senate is hearing, and I've had opportunity to vote in almost all of them. I take great exception in the conduct of Moses Kuria, in the tweet that he sent out, and the things that he said about this House.
The senators claimed Kuria was an embarrassment to the appointing authority.
There's nothing that brings me greater joy than being proven right about the things that I've said about this administration. And I just want the majority leader, please, about this administration, because as you have said yourself, it casts very serious doubt on the capacity of the appointing authority. How much embarrassment can the president take?
Nandi Senator Samson Cherargei would go ahead to mention Transport CS Kipchumba Murkomen of being rogue too through his X account. A back and forth that now exposes a rift within the government as each pull to their side. Senators have threatened to start the process of impeaching the CS by making recommendation to the National Assembly.
You may not be able to have that latitude to make a final resolution to send the Honorable CS home. But your recommendation to the other house will have a lot of weight. So kindly take full advantage of our standing orders and stamp your authority. Clerk, call the next order.
Mr. Speaker, I want to urge the members of the other house, because they're the ones who have the responsibility of censuring and sending home cabinet secretaries, to take serious judicial notice of the conduct of this particular cabinet secretary, and this house, through the relevant committee, can come up with resolutions that can then be used to move the other house to discuss his conduct and to have him censured.
This is not the first time Parliament has lamented about cabinet secretaries within President William Ruto's cabinet. At one point, members of the National Assembly raised concerns with Ruto's cabinet secretaries.